Hey, it's Monday night, so let's mint mask. Well, it's good to be back with you. I've been taking in some of the NBA championship and the NHL championship. I do love sports. I don't spend as much time watching them as I once did, but when we get to playoff hockey and basketball, for sure, I am in. And the basketball's kind of going one-sided here. And can I just say this? Man, those basketball players cry a lot. But anyway, the basketball is going, and tonight I'm taking in some playoff hockey, and so I want to take just a second and ask you a question. Whether you're a hockey fan or not, you need to Google hockey highlights and spend a second and watch that, because the artistry of a NHL hockey player is incredible. When I sit and I watch these men play this game on this block of ice, I think about my own life. If you put a sheet of ice outside my door on any given winter, and I step out there fully prepared, with shoes on and fully prepared, knowing it's there, I'm going to look like Bambi. And if you don't know what that means, then you need to Google Bambi. But I cannot walk. I will fall just as sure as I'm sitting here. But these men will skate at incredible speeds, stop on a dime. They will hit each other up against the glass like a bug hitting a windshield of a car and still keep on going. They will throw their bodies in front of shots that are 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. It is an absolute incredible thing. And on top of that, when they're done trying to kill each other, at the end, they will line up and they will actually shake hands whether they win or lose. Whether they hoist the Stanley Cup or not, they will shake hands like gentlemen, like true athletes, and skate away. That just impresses me to no end when they do that, because it's a very rare occasion. And as a matter of fact, I don't think there's any other, especially professional sports, that does that. But those guys are just outstanding athletes, and I am terribly impressed with what they do and how they do it. And to tie this in, so this isn't all just about sports, because you may not dig sports, and that's okay. But to tie this into day-to-day living, there are people in our lives, and you may be one of those people too, that you do things so well and so consistently and at such a high level that you make it look really easy, like those skaters. And unlike the skaters who get their recognition every Friday, I don't know. Question, if you're a multi-million-dollar athlete, do you pick up a check for like $500,000 on Friday, or do they just direct deposit that? I don't know. I'd like to know. I'd like to know one time, right? But anyway, on with it. The athletes receive their payment through monetary compensation, obviously, fame, and the perks of the job. But one of the things that the common guy or the common gal doesn't receive when they are doing their best at a high, consistent level is oftentimes they don't get much recognition. And they don't necessarily get praised, and they don't necessarily get paychecks for their efforts. And so I'd like to kind of tie it up with this. This week, my challenge to you and I is this. Identify those people in our lives, guys, gals, spouses, children, co-workers, maybe a perfect stranger, who does something very good that improves your life, that brings enjoyment to you. Then they do it, quite honestly, maybe because it's their job to do it. But how about we take a moment this week to identify and recognize those people who bring quality to our lives, who bring entertainment to our lives, who bring value to our lives, comfort, convenience, all those things. How about we take just a moment this week and see how many people we can identify who are doing what they do very well for our benefit, and take the time to thank them. I think the world would be a better place. And so tonight I want to begin that by saying thank you to you. Thank you for your most precious gift, as always, your time. And I hope that we will be together next week here for Mint Mask with a message.